Oh my goodness, that looks good. Hey friends, my name's Melanie and welcome to my kitchen. My channel here is Bacon Grease Goddess and I am so excited to be with you guys. I'm gonna be making some venison burgers, but a little bit different. They didn't have all the ingredients that I needed at the store, and maybe you're running into that too, where you are not able to find certain things, and so I'm having to make certain substitutions. So I'm gonna show you what I found and also show you how I'm gonna get the venison to not taste as gamey. So let's go ahead and get started, and thanks for being here. So I'm first gonna get started with the venison that I have from my butcher, and this is a deer that my husband harvested. So the venison is on the bloodier side. So what I do is I put the venison meat right into a strainer, and then I put that strainer right inside another bowl. And I'm gonna be adding regular water to this. And I'm gonna be doing this a couple of times until the meat is gonna begin to separate a little bit and the water will get more pink. Now I'm gonna add salt. This isn't to flavor it, this is just to help get rid of the gamey taste. So it's just, I think you could probably use vinegar or wine. Now I'm going to store this in the fridge until I'm ready to cook these. So next, I'm gonna get started on the caramelized onions. It's getting nice and thin, and we will get these cooking. So I'm gonna be serving these venison burgers with some different toppings, as well as some smashed and roasted potatoes. So I've got here some baby Dutch yellow potatoes. I'm gonna get those washed. We're gonna parboil them, smash them, and then pop them in the oven, get them nice and roasted. We're gonna drizzle with olive oil, oregano. All right, our caramelized onions have been going for quite some time and they are exactly where I want them. So now we can add in our balsamic vinegar, our salt, our pepper, and a little pinch of coconut palm sugar. And so this right now, I'm gonna turn the heat up on my caramelized onions, get those ingredients in, and then these will be finished, and I'm gonna set these aside until we're ready to put those burgers together. This has been soaking in salt water, so the meat is looking more like pork, more like ground pork. It's a little bit lighter in color, and I wanna rinse all of this blood out. Almost, I'm just kind of washing it. Put our deer in there. We're going to add that in there. So now we're gonna mix the meat, but before I mix up this meat, I am going to add some bacon fat. Yeah, that's about a teaspoon and a half. Normally when I'm making burgers, especially for Brant, he loves a brioche bun with a burger. Me personally, I like the meat just with the toppings, but I always try to find a brioche bun if I'm making a burger for him. I could not find any, but I did find these are called Bakerly, the brioche rolls. I chose these ones. These are the only ones that I could find that had non-GMO ingredients and that also did not have high fructose corn syrup. Any other regular store brand has high fructose corn syrup, which is basically poisonous, and GMO ingredients. And basically the issue with the GMO ingredients is that they are spraying those crops with so many pesticides. So I try to avoid them at all costs. And especially something I'm cooking at home, I'm gonna try to control the ingredients more in my home. As much as possible, that's where we're gonna be eating 90% of the time. That way if we're out, I don't have to worry about it because I know in our home, I'm taking care of it. Okay, for the meat, I want it to fit onto this bun. I'm gonna be shaping the meat almost like a hot dog. So we're gonna freeze these 2 bigger burgers. So I'm gonna put deer first. So without touching the meat, because I just washed my hands. For tonight, I want to do pepper and salt. And I'm just gonna have to wash my hands afterwards, so I'm gonna flip them over. So to get us started, we're gonna get our heat on medium. And I have my bacon already cut into thirds. I'm gonna be cooking the burgers in this fat that we create here. So while the bacon is going, let's get started on some of our toppings. The first one is going to be Bubby's pickles. Chop up just this end here, and I'm actually gonna add that to the sauce that I'm gonna make. About a teaspoon of chopped dill pickle. I'm going to add to that about a teaspoon of sweet pickle relish. We're basically making like a Thousand Island dressing here. Teaspoon of ketchup, dash of Worcestershire, pinch of coconut palm sugar, pepper, salt, and just a pinch of sriracha. Thousand Island dressing color. Apple cider vinegar. Our pan is nice and hot, ready to go for the burgers. Okay, so they have been going about 3 minutes on each side. I've been basting them. Now I'm gonna set these off and let them rest. I'm gonna take our buns. I'm gonna dip each bun in the grease, pull it off, and then I'm gonna broil these. Now it's time for the fun part. When I set up a kind of build your own burger night, I like to actually create it right on a cutting board, and that way you can kind of come back and put it together how you like. So I'm gonna put the caramelized onions right in the corner. So we'll do the caramelized onions and the sauce. Let's add the sliced pickles. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a sliced pickles. Put a few jalapenos right in the middle. Okay, slice up some organic cheddar cheese. This is the extra sharp. Then we want to add potatoes. These are our smashed potatoes. Next, we're gonna go in with the bacon, because you gotta have bacon on your burger. Then I'm gonna place the buns. These are our brioche buns that I have toasted, which are nice and hot. These are actually shaped like a Greek dish, and the Greek dish is called souzoukakia, and it's basically oval-shaped hamburger meat, and you usually cook it in red wine, you cook it in tomato sauce. I have done it baked souzoukakia, but this is basically souzoukakia, but it's more of we're gonna eat it more like a burger. I'm gonna go ahead and place some cheese on one of the meats. Oh my goodness, and that looks good. Let's get one made and under the broiler. We're gonna do sauce, pickles, the meat, the onions. Oh my goodness, look at this, that is huge. Jalapenos. I don't even know how this is gonna be. Oh, the bacon. We need bacon, we need the bacon. All right, let's pop this under the broiler.
All right. That was outstanding. Everything that I like. Deer meat, ground beef, bacon, jalapenos, pickles, sauce, caramelized onions. What's not to like, folks?
So we're gonna call the deer charcuterie board a success.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna try mine. I made mine without the bun, extra sauce, bacon, and pickles and cheese. What is so good to me, it's the flavor combination of the meat and the caramelized onions. Incredible. And then you just add your pickles and your sauce, and it's just filling. Hey you guys, thank you for joining me in the kitchen this evening. Leave me some comments. What are your favorite ways to cook venison? I have been having a lot of fun creating different ways of incorporating it into our diet because we really enjoy it. And nights like these where I can make a charcuterie board, it's just something fun and easy and a little bit different for dinner. And I find that Brant really likes it. I usually make him up one and then he can just come back and create whatever he wants. But hey you guys, thank you for joining me tonight. If you like the video, don't forget, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and leave me a comment, your favorite venison recipes. Thanks guys. Have a good night. Bye-bye.